for Israel. Wonder is it real? Rappers acting say they high, say they simple pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up, had to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in the field. That's for Israel. Wonder is it real? Took the way you saw the world, then distorted it. Now you think you wanna rock that twirl, somewhere orbiting. Theories disproportionate, the truth distorted quick with a forceful grip. They force a misinfo that we absorbing quick. Took the people's signature to mean extorted it. They forging it if news anchors informants who informing them. There's a surplus, but they tell us there are shortages. Credit economy mortgages, dollar that's supported with empty fortresses. But what's important is this: we porting ships, important gifts. Of course it is what extortion is in accordance with an assortment list of foreign tricks. We ignoring which informing this, informing this. It looked like we were snoring tricked. Pedophilia and the government endorsing it. Yeah, eugenics is exactly what abortion is. You just vilify those insubordinate. Way to matrix engineer, that's unfortunate. Geopolitically, we in a field. That's for Israel. Wonder is it real? Rappers acting say they high, say they sip with pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up just to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in a field. That's for Israel. Wonder is it real?
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? As many of you may already know, I was supposed to do a stream last night, but then I fell asleep. So my bad. And then I woke up and I was too tired. There was just no way. And it was already like, it was going to be like 11 before I could do it. So anyway, we have the same gravy, St. Germain gravy, coming tonight. So I just figured since I fell asleep, I would like come kick it with y'all. I've had a lot of people messaging me and say, believe it or not, that they want me to do what we did the other day more regularly, where we go around Discord. I don't think I can do that. I might be willing to do it a little bit towards the end of this show or something, maybe, but there's no way I can make it a regular occurrence where I go into servers like we did the other day. There's just no way. But that was kind of the idea I had with this stream, that maybe I would do that, but we'll see how that goes. I don't really know. I do know that the gravy tonight is super, super thick. So anyway, you can't wake up everyone, right? You can't wake everyone up. And this is a very important thing to grasp, but it's also important that when you apply this, you also have self-reflection. So what I mean by that is oftentimes everyone wants to think that they know it all, right? They've got it figured it out. A lot of people interpret me to be that way because I'm so like, I come off so like assertive or confident or arrogant or whatever. This is the thing though. Anyone that really knows me knows I don't care to admit I'm wrong or was wrong about something for a long time. It's not even, to me, it's not even a big deal. I think it's weird, really weird to think how it could be a big deal. That is some ego right there, right? Anyway, so my point is that prior to being able to fully utilize the idea of discernment, applying discernment to who is worth having a conversation with and is not, it requires self-reflection, because if you think that that means anyone that disagrees with you must be sticking their head in the sand, if you will, then that's not true. That's not how it works. We have subjects that maybe you could consider to be polarizing within the truth community itself, within Flat Earth itself. And some people, even people that have woke up to the earth, which it's hard to wrap my mind around that entirely, but certain truths are too uncomfortable for them. And so what they will effectively do, stick their heads in the sand. Like, for example, I'm telling everyone, dude, this Trump dude, this dude is a psychopath. Come to find out, he's a psychopath. We should keep an eye on this guy. I have a lot of followers, dude, that they can't accept that. Or they're like, you make interesting points, but I still think Trump's better than Biden. It's like, well, that's cool, because never once did I ever say he was worse than Biden, right? Like, it's like saying, I'm going to go worship the devil because he's the fastest kid with no legs. It's just stupid. He's still not fast, bro. He's still not going to win the race, bro. He has no legs. So, oh, Trump's the smartest kid that's retarded. He's the smartest kid on the short bus. Oh, he's the best president of all the sunken in depravity, psychopathic people that call themselves the presidents. Like, what does that mean? It's so like, let's travel back in time. It's like Jim Bob only has 5 slaves. But he still has slaves, bro. He owns people. But he only has 5 of them, Austin. I mean, he's way better than the Crockers. They got like 1,000 slaves. That's how stupid it sounds. And that's just an example, the Trump thing, right? We have people that they're on way too much of a limb, right? Like, they cannot come back and say, okay, Trump's crazy. We cannot support this guy. They can't do that because they've run around, I don't know, saying flat earthers for Trump and spamming it everywhere and arguing with all of these people, these leftists and stuff like that. And so that's a perfect example of, you can't wake someone up if they are in their own mind, okay? So what we're trying to figure out here, what I'm trying to break down, because I've had to learn this myself and I'm still learning, you have to find out, you cannot just dismiss people as a whole as sticking their head in the sand because they do not agree with you. And this even goes with the earth, although mind-blowingly obvious if you actually swallow your pride and cognitive dissonance. The earth is flat, but see, some people, they don't fully understand some of the intricacies. Even some of the people that have been in the conversation for a long time, and they've just heard people they think have credentials or must be smarter, make reasonable arguments, at least from their perspective, right? Being ignorant of the intricacies of it. And so they just still think the earth's the globe. It's what, like, okay, whatever. But if you were to come argue with me every single day for years, and then still say, you know, that the earth's the globe, when I know all the intricacies that you're going to bring up, then that you're sticking your head in the sand at that point, right? And so the only way, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you can't just say, oh, well, this guy watched Whitsitt's debate and still thinks the earth's a globe. He's sticking his head in the sand with the dead by the dead. Not necessarily, but like, I can say from me, for example, I cannot go talk to the same person every day about the earth being flat every day. There's just no way. I'm like, okay, gas disperses in all directions. It's omnidirectional, instantaneous. This is a natural law. We need something to contain it, to prevent it from dispersing into the supposed near-perfect vacuum. It has supposedly gravity containing it, which has a singular vector of down relative to the center of mass. Yet what we know is that based on the behavior of gas, it does not have a singular vector in any way. It is an infinite vector, omnidirectional dispersal of instantaneous equilibrium. So what's going on? And then the next day, they won't say anything. They'll have no actual direct answers. They'll just call me names. The next day, they'll bring up gravity again to say that dude, you can't deal with people like that. That's what this other stream was about. And that's why I'm still on the fence with you. I showed y'all an example already. I could go in, for example, I could go in that server and I could say anything. I could say, you guys know that passports don't pop out of explosions unscathed, right? They're going to argue with me. You do know we have more efficient ways of harnessing electricity than we use right now. They're going to argue with me immediately. Immediately. You know that news anchors are actually CIA agents, right? And that the CIA has literally declassified the fact they infiltrated all of the media as early as the 50s with Operation Mockingbird. No, that doesn't mean that they still are. They just did it back then. So my point is, by the time I tell all the intricacies of Operation Mockingbird to them, I could tell that story for the first time to someone that I came across on the street. They've never heard it, and they're going to actually want to know what's going on. Which one of those scenarios should I go do? There are people that just don't know anything about the fact that space medium that they've told us defies physics. They don't even know. They've never even heard it. So my point is, this is multi-layered. I'm sorry, I'm kind of scattergunning. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. In order to fully be able to apply discernment and know when to dust off your feet and let the dead bury the dead and keep it pushing after you plant a seed, it requires a few things, one of which is self-reflection, okay? Because you cannot just think that, well, anyone that doesn't completely agree with anything that I think, because what I think must be the standard of being correct, you can't go any further if that's how you think. That's not how this works. That's not the deal. You have to be able to apply discernment. That means, are the people actually listening to your arguments? Are they actually hearing out the information? That's how you know if someone's got their head buried in the sand and you should keep it pushing. Are they even listening? And one of the main things I learned to finally do was just say, wait, they'll voice contention, say I'm wrong about something. I'll just say, do you even know what my premise is? Do you even know what the argument is? What's my premise? Paraphrase it however you want to. What's my premise? 85 to 90% of the time, they don't know my premise. And that's right, Globers. I'm talking about the people with all of the credentials. You know, people love to appeal to credentials. I'll debate 5 of them at the same time with all the credentials you would want to appeal to as one of these people that just can't accept the blunt, harsh reality of the fact we were lied to about where we live, right? Like, aerospace engineer. Oh, an astrophysicist. Oh, physics professors. Okay. I started getting into the depth of the conversation with these people, and then they just have a script, a predetermined response. I dropped out of college. I have a chipped tooth. My beard doesn't fully connect. I wear my hat to the back. I detail cars for a living. It should be a cakewalk of a debate with me. And not only can they not debate me, they won't really even know my argument halfway into the conversation. I say, hey, do you know what my premise? It isn't about my premise. It isn't about getting to the truth. It isn't about wanting to know what the truth is or stacking up the evidence without bias. It is about, I'm debating a college dropout that talks on YouTube. I need to beat him and show them that flat earth is stupid. So I have a script of talking points I think is good against a flat earther, and I'm just going to keep saying them, and I'm going to shroud them in my appeal to credentials and authority over and over. And that should make you think. That should make you wonder what's going on here. Why can't these people, these aerospace engineers, why can't they even retain what the argument? Because they're not listening. And when they're not listening, that is when you have to leave. Here, look, right here. Matthew 10:14, and whosoever shall not receive you nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust off your feet. Or hear your words. That is the point. That's the point. I've had to accept this with people that are close to me in real life. Friends and family, right? Like if you're not even going to hear it, you're not going to actually hear me out. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. That's the part. You have to get to that part. If you're not going to hear it out, I'm not going to say it. You shouldn't say it either. It's stupid. It's stupid to say it. You're effectively letting them hoe you, basically. They're hoeing you is basically what they're doing. If y'all understand the slang, I'm from Tennessee. I don't know. I'm 28. They're demeaning you inadvertently, right? It's a demeaning behavior. That's what the whole point is. It doesn't matter if they intellectualize it. Typically, these people don't. They don't intellectualize it. They haven't got to the intellectualizing the actual substance of the conversation yet. You think they're intellectualizing like very intricate motives of psychological deception? Typically, no. They don't know what's going on, bro. But the point is, listen, guys, if someone's not going to hear the words you say, don't even say them. Don't continue to say them. And so what does that mean? That means that what everyone needs to do is find a way to where we can get very efficient at immediately detecting when someone isn't truly listening. I think I've gotten pretty good at this. It's just from tons of experience. Maybe that's the best way anyways. But I'll try and give you some pointers as to when someone's not listening. It's very obvious things. But sometimes in the heat of discussion, people overlook this, or they just want to convince someone so bad. And you cannot convince someone that doesn't want to know the truth. If the truth were the earth were flat and we were lied to, hooked up to a lie detector test, most of these people would say they didn't want to know. They would rather not know. Now, they'll tell you they want to know, but they don't. Leaves them they're very uncomfortable. So what are some of like the signs that show you I should disengage, basically? Well, a good thing to do is to frequently step in and say, are you with me so far? Do you understand that? Do you have any contention about that? And then when they respond with some type of non sequitur or whatever, right, just protecting their cognitus, just saying, but why would they lie, NASA? You just say, bro, do you even remember what my premise is? Do you know what the premise is? Do you know what the argument is? That's what you do. It's just like a cheat code. Immediately, they're not listening, and you can be nice and give them all right, look, man, if you're not gonna start listening to me, I'm not gonna continue to have a conversation. It's a waste of time. I got stuff to do. So if you want, and this goes not just for the internet, not for making arguments on Discord or Facebook, where this is for real life too. Real life is way easier though, because you can see their eyes. You can see their eyes. You can tell immediately with their body behavior and their eyes if they're interested or honest or listening. Discord has created the era and the environment of the special boys, where we just have gamma males literally running wild on the internet as if they have juice or something, as if they somehow are at the top of this hierarchy in their mind, where they're the secret kings, in which they can talk to people however they want to. There is no reciprocation of physically backing up anything you say as a male. There is no actual, objective morality held to, because there is nothing that holds you accountable. You hide behind anonymity. So this is the least fruitful place to have real conversation. That's how backwards the world is, and we've been censored into oblivion and backed into the corner of the internet, in which this is one of the few ways that we can even still communicate and get things out. But this does not change the fact that overall, that is one of the least conducive atmospheres to intellectual exchange and productivity, would be where someone doesn't have to actually hold themselves accountable in the real world, where they can just say whatever they want to. They can threaten you. They can dox you. They can call you names. They can threaten your family. They can tell you they hope you kill yourself. They can say anything. And it's not like it's going to change their real life. They're just hiding behind the internet. So why engage with someone like that? I was doing it because I was like, oh, these people have credentials, this is good content and stuff. And I realized, no, dude, no, it's not worth it. Y'all can tell me in the chat if later y'all want me to jump in there. I will. It'll be like the last time, though. Jump in there and I can just ask them about the geometric horizon. And this will be, it will, of course, be a perfect, unplanned, completely not scripted, randomly going there. It will once again be a perfect example of the title of the stream, though. If I did that, it would be. You can't wake everyone up. Immediately, you will know these people don't want to know the truth. Screw them, bro. Who cares? The real thing is there's a lot of people that just work 8 to 10 hour shifts, and they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband and a wife and children, and they just work, go home, watch the show, eat food, take care of the kids, wake up, go to work. They don't know any of the intricacies about the deceptions. They don't know all the truth about the earth and all the truth about vaccines and all the truth about the media and the wars and the banking systems and everything that they've set up as a surveillance system throughout the last year. They know none of this. They just are a zombie. Okay. And so those are the people that we want to talk to. That's the people we want to talk to. We want to talk to people that don't know. We want to talk to the people that didn't know that on the same day as 9/11, there was a military exercise going on that supposedly was to prepare them for the very scenario that planes get hijacked and taken off route. So they ignored them on the same day during the same time slot. There are people that didn't know that George Bush, the creepy psychopathic grabbler that he is, was reading to children at the time of this false flag attack. So it's not really a coincidence. These plane attacks, and he literally reads the word "plane must hit still" and has the children in like some type of little chant repeated after him right as it happens. Most people don't know about all the insurance, or that the passport popped out of nowhere, or about the dancing Israelis, or about the WMD until coming from Israel, which was provably false now. No one knows about the dancing Israelis literally being on scene, laughing, smiling, taking pictures with lighters before, during, and after the scene, and then were caught in a moving van in disguises, then taken in because a witness called them in, caught with hundreds of thousands of dollars on them, all with plane tickets to go to different places, all refused to take polygraph tests, all of their testimonies contradicted. Then they were just let go, just go back to Israel. Let me call Daddy Israel. Oh, they said, no, we can't prosecute you because they own us. So you can just leave now. Most people don't know that. Well, I want to tell the person that doesn't know. I want to tell the person that doesn't know. I don't want to tell Gamma Panda that. I don't want to waste my breath and tell Gamma Panda. I told 150 people right here. They probably already know. But I want to tell people that do know or that don't know. Why would I want to go argue with someone that knows, that literally knows that the atmosphere being adjacent to a near-perfect vacuum violates the second law of thermodynamics? They know what the second law of thermodynamics is. They know what a natural law is. They understand the distinction between natural law and any type of claimed law. They know the very characteristics they claim that this globe Earth model exists within, and they know the problem with it. They know the problem with gravity somehow containing it, and yet they still want to act like flat earthers are stupid, and that the Earth's a magic spinning ball in a vacuum, and that somehow it makes sense just because NASA said so, just because somebody says they went there, just because if we say the word gravity, which is their deity, by the way, it is their deity. It literally their deity. You got a problem? Gravity fixed it. Can't explain it? Gravity did it. What is the very causal agent of all of the spheres and the supposed planets in the universe? Gravity coalesces them into a perfect sphere over time. Gravity is the origin of your whole belief. It is your God. It is your God. I'm not going to argue with someone about their God. Let's be real. Flat Earth, $20 super chat. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being you, bro. You're the man. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Flat Earth. What an awesome name. How'd you manage to get the name? I wonder if, can you have multiple names? You got the name, bro. You must be an OG. Thank you, bro. So, yeah, there you go, man. You don't have to realize that gravity is your deity. It doesn't change anything. I don't care if you say you hate religion, don't like it, don't like anything like that. It doesn't change anything, bro. It doesn't change. Because you know what gravity didn't do? You know what gravity didn't do? When I used to get sleep paralysis and I couldn't breathe, I literally couldn't breathe when I'd get sleep paralysis. And then you know what I didn't do? I didn't denounce generational curses in the name of gravity. You know what I did? I denounced them in the name of Yeshua, and I've never had sleep paralysis again. I've never had sleep paralysis again since I did that. So tell me how this is comparable. See, like, because the idea is, oh, I hate religion. Religion's so stupid. Ironically, they're religious, and ironically, I hate religion too. No, this has been tried and true, my man. You just haven't tried it. You haven't tried it. Why is Austin so positive that he knows something that's inherently just faith-based? Because I actually pursued it. I actually tried to see if it was real. I don't have sleep paralysis anymore. Oh, it's just a coincidence? It's just a coincidence I don't have sleep paralysis anymore, where when I'm sleeping on my stomach, all of a sudden something's pushing pressure on my back and I literally cannot breathe or move. And then I denounce generational curses in the name of Yeshua, and I no longer have it happen ever again. It's just a coincidence. Austin, your subconscious is so powerful. Whatever you can say to dismiss it and simultaneously invoke metaphysical unknowns while claiming nothing extends beyond the material. These people are dumb. This line of thought, this worldview, this clown world is actually dumb. I'm not trying to be arrogant or condescending. It's literally stupid. It's actually devolved into stupidity. If you've seen the movie Idiocracy, I don't really know how much closer we could get. Every single part of, for example, the globe Earth discussion is stupidity. It's actually stupid. Most people don't know it's stupid because most people don't even know what it really is. They just hear the top surface. Gravity holds you to a ball, whatever it is, just the saying they're supposed to say. When you get down to right about here, halfway through, it's so stupid. It's almost baffling. It's like, how has this been pulled off? It's impressive that they pulled this off, and that this model that's just band-aid together all over the place is actually still believed. It's actually very impressive. So if you ever want some evidence for the fact that spells are real, just look at how many people think they live on a ball that defies physics. And it's like they had to throw it in your face with every core claim. Every core claim is so preposterous and on its face the opposite of everything you observe and know to be true and can prove to be true and could ever work or anything that we know about anything. Everything is the opposite of that. It's like you have to convince yourself to trick yourself, and then they think that actually means they don't have the repercussions from tricking you anymore because you tricked yourself. And if someone wants to trick themselves and do this, well, I have nothing to do with it. What can I do? Gold and silver, hold it. Thank you for the super chat, Steve and me. And yes, absolutely, gold and silver I would hold. The reason that gold and silver are really valuable is their conductivity, magnetic permeability. Of course, they don't tarnish. Gold and silver super, super valuable, but not for the reasons a lot of people think. Not because it's pretty. Diamonds aren't valuable. But yeah, the only real money is gold and silver. And then, of course, our paper money is just currency. If there's a difference. There's a difference, bro. All right, I don't really want to show y'all. See, everything I got pulled up right here. This is all about tonight's gravy. I can't show y'all. I can't spoil it. What's up, D Live? Oh, by the way, sorry. Just because I was like trying to hurry up and run a stream right now, I used StreamYard again, so I can't show the D Live chats on the screen. But we're gonna figure it out. There's a whole bunch of stuff. It's actually take a lot of time, but I'm doing it for you guys. I know a lot of you are simple, kind of like me, and you're like, I don't really care about the intricacies of how the stream looks, but some people do. And once I'm about to do this thing, because for one, my streams are 2 hours long, so like they have to be shorter. Like you don't ever try to you don't make a video. Like I've never tried to make the channel or videos like how do we make this real big. I just don't care about stuff like that. For one, you wouldn't talk about the earth at all. You could make money on YouTube so easy. It's crazy how easy it is. But anyway, just in general, even within the people that do want to find the true stuff, like 2 hours is a long time. Like I don't go listen to 2 hour streams all the time. Like I couldn't. And there's only so many you could, right? And I appreciate all the legends that do. I'm going to create like a 5-10 little minute clip of each one. I'm going to start doing it every day. And then if I do that, I want it to look pretty nice. So yeah, how it looks is pretty important. Just in general. Like if I meet someone on the street, I'm like, oh, check this out. It's like a 4-minute video about a subject, that's like aesthetically pleasing. So anyway, I got y'all. The point is I can't do the D-Live thing because I was trying to hurry up. And as y'all saw last night, we had technical difficulties. But so I didn't really look. I saw some people saying no, not to go in there, and I agree. I guess I read the chat with confirmation bias. Like I just don't want to go in there. It's just I could go in different places, I guess, but I just don't want. I mean, it doesn't matter, It would be funny. It was funny last time to show like a live example of my point I'm making, though. But I think we all know these people exist. Like I don't think I have to do that. In a world. Dude, we got some serious gravy. I'll tease y'all with a little gravy. I'm gonna tease y'all with a little gravy for tonight. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. I won't be asleep this time. I knew people were stupid. I never realized they were this stupid. Yeah. All right, yeah, dude. When people don't want to know the truth, what are you supposed to do? Actually, give them a head in the sand litmus test. So give them an ostrich litmus test. That's what you do. You're like, hey, do you mind if I give you an ostrich litmus test real fast? What? I didn't see that on Netflix. And then you say, hey, do you think, we'll start with this one. Do you think it's possible that the U.S. government set up the Gulf of Tonkin attack as a false flag to justify the Vietnam War, but they actually did it themselves? Now, most people don't even know that's declassified, but whatever they say, like, oh, well, that's declassified. They admitted it. Oh, wow. Or they maybe already knew it. But okay. Most people will be like, yeah, I believe that. The government's corrupt. Certain people my age. But do you think that a passport could fall out of an explosion and you just keep working your way up to the real stuff? If they start arguing with you about passports, the one critique would be like, oh, well, then you only have so long of windows to talk to people to try to wake them up. And if you start talking to them about the surface level diet woke stuff, like passports don't come out of explosions, like my toddler niece could understand, then they're probably not, you're only going to capture attention so long, and then you're not even going to get to the meat and potatoes. Well, that's not really true. If someone's truly interested in the truth and they've done their own research throughout their lives, when they hear you start to kind of, run through some of these things they've researched, and your accuracy will actually increase trust in you, right? So, like, that's why it's such a beneficial tactic. But also, you can just hit somebody over the top with one of the big red pills at the first, and then you start talking intricacies of other things, and then you'll find a middle ground. So that's why real world is so much more important and so much more effective. But now, of course, in 2020, it's like I'm Fred Flintstone for saying that. You know what I mean? So they've done a pretty good job of setting all this up. The scriptures are always right. It just blows my mind how every time it ends up that the scriptures are right again. It's not like with bias, look at them, I'm like, this has to be right. I mean, I do now know that they're obviously right because they're always right and Yeshua is real. But I'm saying, like, just be outside of that. It's just like, oh, what a coincidence. The scriptures were right again. Oh, what a coincidence. The scriptures addressed this 1,000 years ago. Like, what? You're like, no way. He was just talking about disciples going out in person right then because that's the only way they could do it. No, that really seems to be the only effective way to really do it nowadays. So, it just it's a wild, timeless compilation of wisdom at the least. And if you haven't even started reading it at all, if you've never even really read it with intentions of soaking in wisdom, I just don't even think I could for a second respect your opinion about it. So, it's kind of like, it's like the guy that debated me on Modern Day Debate. I can't respect your opinion about the globe earth. You just don't even know what it is. You don't even know what the globe earth is, dude. All right, let's screen the share. I'm going to give you all a little bit of, I wish I could find like a video. If I could just find a video of the premise, that way y'all get it. Oh, I'm like a real sucker for like climactic music, like a trailer, because I think it's cool to like give you 2 minutes of the trailer, but it's so hard to find them. But look, I'm gonna show y'all one because I was thinking, like, tonight the stream is gonna be so long if I show some of these videos. I don't know. Every major crisis is manufactured. I'm sure almost all of them. Yeah. Any speculative time for XRP boom? I think it corrects, and not financial advice. I think XRP corrects around anywhere from like 33 to 42 cents. I would say closer to 40, like 37, 38 cents in the next short period of time. So there you go. So with that 22 cents right now, yeah, I think XRP settles out in the 30s. But when it comes to the big boom, it'll be after, it depends on what happens with the SEC thing. Like if they drop the lawsuit, XRP will skyrocket. If they come out and they give regulatory clarity, XRP will skyrocket. Yeah, there you go. There's my take. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just some XRP, and look at all these other XRPs going up. Dude, guys, I told everyone from the beginning. XRP is a long-term investment. XRP is not how you make the most money for short-term investment if that's what you're trying to do in crypto. I said Many of the other cryptos will go much higher sooner than XRP will. I literally said this. I guess fair enough. I know a lot of people, y'all haven't seen like every stream. Like I made the stream talking about XRP like 8 months ago, you know, but I already told everyone that. I like Bitcoin and Monero are going to shoot up. I told people years ago, Ethereum at like 120 was going to shoot up. What is it now? Like $5 grand, 10 grand? I don't know. I don't even know what it is. But anyway, so yeah, the crypto market in general is going to shoot off in 2021, and we're going to have a correction. The Bitcoin is going to correct soon. It may not. It could. Bitcoin could go as high as 40, 50,000, and ultimately could go even higher. I don't know when or how or whatever, but Bitcoin is over purchased right now, so it's going to correct. So if you made some money on Bitcoin, I don't have time or even want to do the whole like day trading. I don't have the money to even do it. If I had a few $1,000 that I could throw in there and have it in limbo the whole time, I could make money. It's not hard to make the money, but I know everyone doesn't know enough about it or whatever, and it can be dangerous. You can lose money. So I told them the safest long-term investment, right? And so if you had invested when I first said that at 17 cents, you're still in the profit. And really, I told everyone, dude, when it shoots up, it's going up to 80 cents, guys. You should have taken your profits out. I told everyone to take their profit. But everyone's greedy, and they think this is the time it's going to shoot up to $7, and I don't want to miss it. Just take out some of your profit, man. And then if it dropped back to 20, you could have taken all of that profit from your cash wallet, still on the same app, say you use Coinbase, and just move it back over. And I agree, I'm not big on cryptocurrency overall. It's just make your money now, get out of the beast system before they try to roll it out, and then get land and food and self-sustainability. And it is one of the most efficient ways that us little peasant class can find a way to get our hand on some real tangibility quickly. That's the only reason that I've suggested it, and I've told you what I suggest. Yes, XRP utility-wise is the best token. It's obviously going to be used. It's already being used all around the world. It's like 40% of our transaction verification process through Mexico already. It's going to replace SWIFT. It's not hard to. I just researched it. Okay, like the government already has deals with them. The government's all around the world. So I think that people have aptitudes for this kind of stuff, and that's why I don't say everyone needs to go be a day trader. Not everyone can do it. I have a friend who's a self-taught day trader. He was able to quit his job around 10 years ago. No, you can make a ton of money. Just think about like XRP, right? And then it goes up to 80 cents. You take it down. It goes down to 60 cents. Then it pops back up to 68 cents. Then it pops down to 24 cents. But you took all your money out at 80 cents. And then you just put the money in at 24 cents, 22 cents. And if you do it day to day, it gets a little bit more intricate than that. But it's really simple. You can set stop losses. If you facilitate your money throughout the cryptos, which if based on their use cases, you should invest on use case alone, then in like, value. I don't know. I don't want to keep talking. I can talk about it forever, and I don't even have any money in there. So I tried to help you guys out. If I had money, I'd invest in more. I'd invest more time in talking about it. But like I have some XRP that's just gonna sit there. I threw a little bit in there not too long ago because it's at 20 cents, bro. I don't. If people haven't researched it, they don't know it. They're shaking out all the XRP investors. They may even make it where you can't buy it anymore. And if you can't buy XRP anymore, what happens then, guys? You think that makes the price go down? You think that makes the price go down if you can't buy it anymore? Are you people crazy? The price goes through the roof, dude, if you can't buy it anymore. Which you're still going to be able to buy it, in my opinion, but what they're going to do is they're shaking all the investors out right now. And it's because they're going around and they're offering big banks deals. So like if you work with XRP, make a deal, we'll give you this many XRP tokens at the current rate. Well, if the current rate's 20 cents, they're getting a great deal. They could even say, we'll give you XRP tokens at 10 cents a piece. Whatever it is. They're going around getting the big deals with XRP tokens, right? Dude, Ripple their employees are paid in XRP, dude. Half of them are paid in XRP, like over half their salary. So like if you think that this money's going to go away when Bank of America's integrated it, all of Asia's integrated it, most of China's integrated it, it's all over the world. It's going to replace SWIFT, which is the cross-border transaction system for the entire world. I mean, I'm just telling y'all what's up, bro. Like this is going to be used for the future verification process in the new system. And it might be a process. It may be rolled out and integrated before the people even really notice it. Because when you pay for food at a restaurant and you leave, you think, okay, they got my money. I left. They haven't got your money yet. It has to go through a verification process. XRP would be there behind the scenes where the customer typically doesn't even see it. It would be integrated behind the scenes even on e-commerce transactions. So I don't want to talk about it because I actually do know quite a bit about it. And I end up talking forever about XRP. Just try and be smart about anything you do. Don't invest in anything you aren't able to lose. Invest low and don't panic sell. Don't panic sell. When it drops, just stay calm and buy. Your value is the token itself. Your token number didn't go down. When it went from 80 cents to 20 cents, you still had the same amount of XRP tokens. The token is the value. The token's worth way more than $1. So if you don't know that, then maybe you got cold feet and sold. Don't be mad at me because you sold when I told you not to, and I told you to sell high and then keep most of it because the token's the value. And when it's lower, take what you took out or whatever additional you have that's investable, income, and throw it in there now. So you can't be mad at me if you freaked out. If you freaked out and you sold XRP, just like clearly the best technology of cryptocurrency that we currently have access to even being able to know exists. Like that's not my fault. That's why I almost didn't want to even talk about it, to be honest. But when people ask me, dude, I have no problem. Like, I know sometimes I come across like kind of a jerk, I think, but I don't mind talking to you about it. I just did, I guess. All right, we're going to watch a little tidbit, if I can find a real short one, to give us an idea of what tonight's stream is about. Here we go. This is real short. Actually, it's probably good that in some way that I fell asleep because there's just so much. There's just so much gravy, man. All right, let's check it out.
The Count of Saint Germain was one of the most renowned figures of 18th century Europe. A confidant of kings, mysterious miracle worker, and famous alchemist and astrologer.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot to do it. Anyway, as you can tell, pretty monotone. So this one's really going to be exhilarating. Prepared to be on the edge of your seats. It's only 2 minutes long. Stick with us. This isn't to lay the base premise or foundation of tonight's stream, which is going to be unprecedented levels of gravy flowing all over the place. So in a world.
The Count of Saint Germain was one of the most renowned figures of 18th century Europe. A confidant of kings, mysterious miracle worker, and famous alchemist and astrologer. Many stories and rumors surround this enigmatic nobleman. The Count used many names during his documented travels throughout Europe in the late 18th century, almost one for every country he visited. His country of origin is completely unknown, with various people who met him suspecting he was Spanish, Italian, Hungarian, French, or German. No one could determine where his wealth came from, but it was seemingly unlimited. On several occasions, he showed gorgeous jewels of unimaginable worth to royalty. Yet when he died, not a single jewel was found in his possessions. He debated philosophy with royalty across Europe, played the violin in London for the aristocracy, and was employed as a diplomat by King Louis XV of France. By all accounts, the Count of Saint Germain traveled in the highest circles of power and prestige, living the life of a spy, aristocrat, acclaimed artist, and philosopher, all at the same time. When and where he was born is unknown, and even whether he truly died. Some speculated that he was immortal and had discovered the Philosopher's Stone, either a physical object which prepared for him the path to immortality, or a spiritual practice that allowed him to transcend the limits of the human body. Sightings and appearances of them continued well beyond when records claim he died. Madame Blavatsky herself reported a meeting with the mysterious Count during her travels to the East, and many latter-day Theosophists claimed contact with the Count in the 20th century. Whether man, myth, or combination of both, what is certain is that the Count of Saint Germain left an indelible mark on the 19th and 20th century, and his influence is still felt in esoteric Freemasonry today. The Count of Saint Germain represents the highest ideal of occultism, an immortal being who has transcended the physical limitations of mortality to work forever in the cause.
All right, that's all you get. Oh, yeah. Which actually somehow is quite applicable to the title here, because you know how many people were just lost right there because they heard something about someone claiming to be immortal? I feel you. Time isn't linear. It's purely conceptual and derivative of the sky, so I don't know how you could ever manipulate that. But unless you weren't tied to a physical confinement known as a body, also as your physical vessel. But, guys, you have no idea how much gravy's here. You have, guys, clear the schedule. You've got to check out the stream tonight. So much gravy. So much gravy that I'm going to have to kind of go through it fast. And so I'm going to implement some videos here and there we're going to watch so that I think the videos help not overwhelm people. I know some people don't like them. I can see why you wouldn't necessarily like them, but I think they're useful in lots of ways. So we're probably going to keep up that approach. It said Germain has reincarnated multiple times. Oh, yes. Indeed. The gravy's wild because it's not just that the story isn't the gravy. What's the guy's vid the name was about? Saint Germain, which is going to be tonight's stream, which was supposed to be last night's stream. And of course, you know, I just fell asleep. I kind of like doing streams during the day. That's the night stream. Saint Germain. How exciting, bro. D-Live, I didn't forget about y'all. What's up, homies? You're going to be... Think for yourself. Gravy equals truth. Yeah. It's hard to keep up and take notes and stuff, to be honest. I'm sorry. Maybe a pro and a con. I just kind of get to going fast sometimes. Did I watch this yesterday? Is this not live? I was thinking I just read your comments. Probably live. Last night's stream, which I was looking forward to. Yeah, see, this is just building up the anticipation. Yeah. Ooh, I got him where I want him. Nah, I fell asleep. I didn't mean to. I had a whole bunch of stuff pulled up too, but now I'm just going to even add more to it. So it's going to be a lot probably. Anyway, so it's been like 49 minutes. I don't want to override when my boy Owen normally goes live anyway. I just wanted to catch up with y'all at least during the day once because I didn't even stream last night. I like you doing daytime streams. I live on the East Coast. Sweet, bro. Well, or sorry, not bro. I say bro too much. I'm working on saying bro and like. I got to work on it. 187 watching and 74 likes. Hit the like, please. What's the TV and me said? Hey, bro, I sent you a video on your email. Just wondering if you thought I had to post it on YouTube because it was too big to send first time, actually. I'll have to check it out. I'm not sure exactly what video you're talking about, bro. Hi, Austin. Hey. Look at all these unplugged legends in here, dude. If you don't know, you can become a legend and supports. We're just $2.98 a day. We need the our 298 lemons a month, which is just $3. We need the In the Arms of an Angel playing in the background when I say for just 298 lemons a day you can support Austin or a month. Thanks for the insight on XRP. For some reason I started listening to Grateful Dead. Ripple a week ago without ever hearing it before. I had no idea XRP was called Ripple. Must be a sign. Yeah, maybe so, bro. It's crazy when you think about what Ripple is, and you think about. I hit y'all with some gravy. Everything to do with money. Thank you for the super chat, dude. Much appreciated. Yeah, of course, I always give my take on XRP as long as everyone is responsible enough to know that it's, of course, your investment that you're making. But dude, this is crazy. So with like everything to do with money is basically about electricity. So you get charged, and that's why everything's named something to do with water, because water's behavior is the same as the medium around you, and i.e. electricity. So when they say that light is a wave. A wave isn't a thing, it's a type of movement inside of a medium. It's the same as a wave in the water. That's what light is. It's a wave in the water, only it's a wave in the medium that's here. And so the electricity that's all around you, the electrical nature of everything, it has a characteristic synonymous with water. And so that's why all of this to do with the money, because what's the most valuable thing in the world? Energy. And so it's everywhere you look, the money, the terminology we use for money, it refers in currency and banking and everything. It refers to electricity and or water. Every one of the phrases. What's a trust? A trust fund. You could just go forever. All of it. Let's just see if we can look it up and it'll list it. All right, whatever. It's not going to pull up on Google. It's just too much gravy. In a flat world. I thought about saying in clown world. Just adding clown to it. In clown world. I don't know. Who played the St. Germain video? Was it Austin last night or something? No, I haven't done it yet, dude. I fell asleep. But everything's about water. That's my whole point. So like Ripple, what a name, right? Because I'm responding to that super chat. That's my point. That was my point. Like Ripple. You know, Tesla said basically all observable phenomena would be the ripple that you see when you throw a rock into a pond, and the pond would be the ether. Everything's all around you as fluid-like mediums. We still can't understand water. You know how the molecular structure of water can be manipulated and altered based on frequencies? Well, what is water then? Is it a certain resting vibration or frequency that manifests as material itself, right? What is matter? What's the compilation of matter? What's its intrinsic relationship with the medium that encompasses it if there's a medium there? And when I say if there's a medium there, I mean, well, of course there is, because that's the only intellectually viable option to even explain observable phenomena. But I guess you can whistle past that, say the ether doesn't matter, say I don't have evidence for the ether, and then you can run around with your thumb in your mouth talking about how you can't explain observable phenomena. It just doesn't matter, and you shouldn't address anything that we see happen because I don't want to talk about the ether because I'm real dogmatic and I have a script that I think makes me a special boy, makes me smart, and I can just scream at people by talking about a materialistic confinement of rigid dogmatic approval, when at the same time you literally can't even explain observable phenomena. So I must be missing something here. Can't explain observable phenomena. Can't explain observable phenomena. Somehow this side is the smart boys. I must be missing something. What am I missing? Can anyone in the chat tell me what I'm missing? Can you explain non-locality of light without a background medium? No, of course you cannot. Can you explain light speeding up and then slowing down and speeding back up without breaching the law of conservation of energy or momentum whenever it goes through an insulator or water or glass? So how does that happen? Why does it speed back up? That would breach the law of conservation of energy if it was a physical particle traveling from point A to point B. Oh, it's not. That doesn't work. Oh, non-locality of life, instantaneous action at a distance. Oh, it doesn't work if there's not. How could light be instant if it's traveling? It couldn't. Those are contradictory dum-dums. Oh, it isn't traveling. It's just nothing more than an illumination of the medium itself, which means the medium was already there. So it isn't traveling. Of course it's not, because it's instant. Well, of course it's instant. It was already there. How could something be instant? Oh, it could already be there. But you just want to not explain non-locality of light. And somehow I'm the dumb one because I know for a fact there's a background here. Anyway, so do the people that set up everything, including the monetary system and the way it was all set up. And that's why we have all the names that we do. It's all about water. Why you're charged? Why are you charged? Right? And the whole trick is there's a difference in currency and money is gold and silver and tangibility, even land and water. But, you know, money itself really technically is gold and silver. And then you have currency, which is nothing. It's just like an agreement about the money. That's all it's supposed to. It's just an agreement about the money. It's nothing of value. It's just an agreement about the money. People call the currency, they call the currency money. That's what they do. I think I got a $100 bill over here. Yep. Let's check it out. This right here. This right here. That is currency. It is not money. But look, hey man, can I borrow some money? And someone handed me this, I'd be like, thank you, bro. Right? You would say, thanks for the money, bro. Thanks for the money. Oh, I get some Babylon magic squares. It's nothing. It means nothing. This $100 means nothing. Other than what I go and get for it. I could go buy some chickens with it. Then the chickens would be valuable, you know. I could go get some gold with this. But like outside of that, this is it's not even pure. I could just rip it. I forgot the trick. Anyway. So that's the whole point, bro. It's just a big trick, and they know that this represents the actual money, okay? And then they know that the tangibility of wealth is actually gold and silver because of its conductivity or its magnetic permeability. You see how it's connected? I'll break down again. Money is actually gold and silver, not this. This is currency. This is an agreement that's supposed to represent the money. I'll be right back so we can get a full out visualization. Oh my gosh. Oh, long time no see, guys. All right. Currency, an agreement that represents money. Money. Look at this. Look at the sign on here, though. Look, the beast. The beast. Anyway, money. This is actually valuable because of magnetic permeability. That's what this is. Okay? Conductivity. This is currency. This means nothing. This means nothing at all, except for what I can get, how much of this I can get with it. Okay? So anyway, so now that you know what money really is, you understand the difference in currency, okay? And everyone calls this money, but it's literally not. Now that you know, okay, well, why is every single part of transactions and the idea of money always tied to water and to electricity? Because, once again, the only real money is gold and silver, and they're valuable because of their conductivity. So since they're valuable because of conductivity, then that's why you hear all the names about water and electricity when it comes to money. You get charged. What's up, Karen? Karen B's a legend, obviously. Go support if you haven't or you're a loser. So do we see it's right in front of everyone. So you have trust funds. You have all these words. You have liquidity. Everything is about the fact that there's energy all around you and it can be harnessed with a certain type of material. That material is valuable. And they put it right in front of you. They named everything after it. It's not even like they hid it. So this means nothing. I don't think that I'm about to power my house with this. I don't think so. Now let's just take a whole bunch of this and create a Tesla coil. What am I going to do then? I'm going to have perpetual source of energy, and this is not going to lose its value. It's going to retain its value and only increase in value relative to the scarcity of it. And so that's the whole trick. So when y'all ask me about cryptocurrency, yeah, y'all should make a lot of money, then you should get some tangibility of wealth. And you shouldn't just Dr. Scrooge it either. You shouldn't just pop up like gold and silver everywhere. That's not really going to do much for you. So like it's cool to have some gold and silver in general, because if we maintain some type of like normalcy, if you want to call it that, in civilization, then you'd be able to, you know, turn it into tangibility of wealth. But you want to have gold and silver just in general. If you want to, any money that you want to like invest and you want to just keep there as savings, gold and silver. Outside of that, you can make tons of money on crypto. I'm already telling everyone, not financial advice. XRP might actually correct down to as low as 13 cents. I'm thinking most at 17 cents. It might not even correct at all. When the rest correct, it still may go up. This is just so in case you want to know. You can put some money on cryptocurrency, make some money, but just need to get it out of there before it gets fully integrated into the beast system. You want guns and food and water and land. That's what you want. And a capability of energy. This is the most important thing. So maybe get a bunch of this and make like a super awesome generator. Oh, filtration process for your water, like animals and crops, dude. Like these are the kind of things that are actually valuable and have been forever. What did the kings always get? They'd have all the grain brought to them, all the food. They get whatever they wanted based on the livestock, all the gold and silver. It's very simple. Dude, do you know how stupid we are to rock around with this? You know how stupid this is just a new one. They just like, oh, let's just put a blue strip down the middle, print out a new one. Like they just make it up as they go, and they literally print it as they go. Actually, let's look at this video. I actually have it on my YouTube, I think. In a world, like I'll show you just straight up. They tell you they print it out of nothing. Like it's not even like it's they hide it. Like, no, they just print it out of nothing, bro. Like, there we go. WitsitGetsIt. Let's see here. Where's this creepy little grabbler? Here we go.
Simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally, and we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities, and that actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency, and we distribute that to the Federal Reserve banks.
All right, let's watch it again.
Banks.
Yeah, what a cool story, you little psychopath. I think psychopath is one of the funniest words ever. All right, yeah, here we go. What else do we got to look forward to? Oh, by the way, guys, this is the stream. I straight up told y'all all about it. All about it. When is this? May 19th. This isn't the first time I told you about it, but this is where I told you all about it. Judy Shelton. Told you about it. I mean, towards the end of the stream, no, because I don't want to make this a real long stream. I got one later, and plus I don't want to override Owen. So let's just watch this creepy person. I think we've all seen this, and I'm going to wrap it up.
So you got to eliminate that compliance, and you make a mandate, and then you do training, particularly in the city. I'll call them licensing departments, whether it's zoning, buildings, housing will be impacted by it, planning certainly, and you pick the people to run those agencies and the deputies that are pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance. And then I think you have the Inspector General do some spot audits to make sure that there is real compliance.
Dude, I've never seen a crazier looking person, I don't think. I'm seeing that trading on XRP will be suspended January 19th. Yeah. So this is the whole deal. Like, I'm like a real simple person. I don't really care about money and stuff. But anyway, I'll break this down. So, the SEC announced that they were filing a lawsuit against XRP. XRP is a token that is utilized by Ripple, but XRP actually predates Ripple as the whole company. And people don't know that, but anyway, that's what they use, and they've basically acquired most of it. So the SEC, as this guy's tenure was ending, as he was stepping down, he filed a lawsuit against XRP, claiming that they're operating as a security. Now, XRP is not a security, like just objectively. So it's a stupid lawsuit. But what people don't know is the grabblers, they're playing games, and all they're doing is they're setting all these dominoes up. What this does is this reveals regulatory clarity, like regulations, the clarity as to the regulations of using XRP domestically. 90% of XRP isn't even used in America. And 30 to 40% of transactions with Mexico is already using the XRP ledger. Okay, so when the SEC came out and said that, the way the cryptocurrency works is the same as the way every market works, is you're investing your money alongside morons. And so they're going to panic. And so they panic and they all started selling, and the price corrected. Coinbase came out in acknowledging the news about SEC lawsuits, which again was about XRP being a security, and says, we're not going to delist XRP, but we're going to halt trading temporarily on the January 19th, 2021 until we can figure out what's going on with the lawsuits. What that means is you can maintain your XRP, you can still keep it on the Coinbase system even, but you cannot continue to trade it, buy or sell it. Now you can on other exchanges, it's just Coinbase right now. So what I was saying earlier is everyone thinks that's like a big, oh man, XRP is going down. You think XRP is going to decrease in value once you can't buy it anymore? If you can't buy it anymore, and then they come out and get regulatory clarity, everyone's going to want it, but you can't get it. What happens then? The price skyrockets. And so all that's going to happen, and it could be very soon, it could be months and months. Depends on exactly how this goes to the SEC. They could drag it out to a really long lawsuit. They could come out and drop the lawsuit. But when any news about this SEC comes out, lawsuit comes out, XRP's price will skyrocket. It's the one coin that's in this predicament, right? It's different than all the other coins. They went straight to the Fed, straight to the government, straight to the banks, and wanted to work with regulations. Everyone else subverted it and went around it, right? So it's pretty obvious that if they spearhead an attack at crypto and they go against XRP, it's because that's their chosen coin, and they're going to give regulatory clarity to it. And so you can make a lot of money on crypto, but watch out. The grabblers have a plan, and the grabblers started Bitcoin, dude. I don't care what anybody says. So there's my take. Yeah, it's actually a good thing, and it's caused the price to drop where people can still get in on what I think will be one of the best rates of return in modern history. And that's just my opinion. I certainly don't work for them or get a cut or anything like that. Take it or leave it, not financial advice. But when it comes, I'm telling you this based on the use case of the coin. That means the actual technology, not what people think about it. It's not if it's going to get adopted here or what people think about the brand or do they like the logo. It's about the use case. And it's 1,000 times faster and 1,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin. And it's already being used all over the world. So, and I had to sell all my XRP, unfortunately, too. And again, you can make more money on other coins except for XRP in the short term. It just depends on how much time you want to invest into keeping up with the market. Set a stop loss. I don't get paid for this advice. I can tell why people are financial advisors or whatever. Like, people always want to ask me, I'm like, dude, when am I getting paid for this? There's so many use cases the same. Yeah, all it does is require like some diligent research. XRP is set aside. It's different than the other coins. It was made by them, dude. They know what's going on. They plan on setting up this new system for, I don't know, centuries. You think that they just wait till they get at the end and they start just throwing dice everywhere? I wonder what we're gonna use. No, dude, no. Big banks like Bank of America has already released patents about cryptocurrency being integrated into their bank. Anyway, so the point is the banks obviously adhere to regulation, and so they're not going to be able to use a token that isn't using or adhering to regulation. Well, find me one that adheres to regulation. None of them do. And only XRP is trying to since the beginning, and that's why the SEC has called them out. They know the stupid retail investors are like, oh, XRP is going off Coinbase, I got to sell. And then the price just plummets, and then billionaires come in and buy tons of XRP, knowing that they're just getting the weak investors out. So there's my take. It's not for the faint of heart. Maybe just go buy some chickens, That's all I'm saying. Like, don't go buying I'm just saying, get your money out of the stock market and stuff. Like, actually make some money. Don't just sit here while they pull off the biggest transition of wealth in the history of mankind right in front of you and don't do anything about it. That's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's just like the people that made fun of people saying I was going to send a mail through the internet, and now everyone has an email. Don't be that guy. There's nothing wrong with being astute and researching and then making money. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just about what you're going to do with the money. The love of money is the root of evil. You should use it to help provide and protect other people. Give it to people less fortunate than you and more needy than you. That's what you're supposed to give 10% to every week or month, by the way. Every week, you're supposed to give 10% to the less fortunate. It's not to big super churches. You are supposed to go give it to the less fortunate. You are supposed to go give 10% of your money to the less fortunate, to the people that need it and that you feel led to help out. That's what it actually is, just so you know. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, guys, though, I will say, not to toot my own horn or whatever, I made a watch list back when I researched this. I made a watch list on Coinbase of the cryptocurrencies. And when I made the list, and you go back and look at it now, every single one of them have been insane rate of returns. So whatever. My point is that there is money to be made here. I didn't just guess and get it right. Now we can move on. We talk about XRP plenty long. Oh, I'm wrapping this up. We've already been an hour 12. And then my boy, when XRP moons, I will pay you for your services. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate any help, bro. All right. Most important thing I would say is self-sustainability. Self-sustainability. Bunch of legends in D Live. All right, thanks for kicking it, D Live. Let me throw you some lemons. Lemons on the way. All right, so nice kicking it, guys. When are you and Nathan hitting the road? I'm gonna buy a plane ticket in the next couple of days, like freaking $250. I don't really want to buy it, but probably gonna buy a plane ticket in the next couple of days and get out to his house a little after the 14th or 15th or so, and then we're gonna take off after like 2-3 days after that. So 3 weeks, we'll probably be on the road, I'd guess. Should be pretty cool. Should be cool. We got like 3 weeks to a month, maybe like 2-3 weeks where we've got planned out. We're gonna go from there. We could do it for a long time though. I don't know. Depends on how well it goes. You feels me? But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna catch up with y'all later. The whole point of the stream, because I'm not going to the other place though. Oh my gosh, that would be awful. Can't even thought about doing it. I had a lot of people ask, like, say they really enjoyed it and they wanted me to do it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do it like on very rare occasions in the future or something. But anyway, you can't wake everyone up. It's very simple. What you got to do is apply this as well. And whoever shall not receive you nor hear your words when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust off your feet. So the part there is hear your words. Okay, so you can't wake everyone up. If they're not even listening to you, that's when you keep it pushing, right? If someone doesn't want to know the truth, whatever. If someone thinks that if the truth were that the earth were flat, for example, that makes them too uncomfortable, they'd rather not know it. Okay, cool story, bro. Please go watch your Netflix. Get out of my face. You know, you're probably a squirt boy. Like, we don't have time to sit there and reiterative, dumbed down, toxic looping of information in which someone cannot in any way pull their confirmation bias away from their brain enough to look at information. It is a futile pursuit, thus it is destined to oblivion, right? So you let the dead bury the dead, plant the seeds, keep it pushing, dust off your feet. You can't wake everyone up. People are going to stick their head in the sand. Like, let it be, bro. Let it be. The time that I spent arguing with those reiterative morons, I could have spent waking up so much more people. And so I want everyone else to realize that too. And I want the people that are suffering from cognitive dissonance. Sometimes you may think, oh, well, you couldn't know that you were suffering from that. Oftentimes people do. They just don't intellectualize it. And if you're one of those people that seem to find yourself shutting out information, this is not just exclusive to flat earth. There are flat earthers that do this too. And I tell them, for example, Trump could be the Antichrist. He definitely isn't helping us. He's pushing vaccines. He's a Jesuit-controlled puppet that hates you and is clearly working against you. I have flat earthers spiral and tell me about how somehow I'm a leftist. When does your tour start? I don't think we've actually set a date, but I would say we'll know a date once I actually book a flight because I'm really bad about stuff like that. But I would say, I don't really know. Around the 20th, maybe. I'll let everyone know so this is not a Flat Earthers for Trump channel. No, it's not, Brian. That's correct. Yeah, I'll let everyone know when we know the date. I'd say closer to the 20th though. But yeah, pretty much like that's my example. Like even with the flat earthers, you can say things and people will spiral. So it's just like whatever. You call out America, flat earthers will spiral. It's like, oh, what does America mean? Have you ever looked at the etymology? Oh, it means work ruler. So what's the president of the United States is sitting before the work ruler? Who's the work ruler? Who's Francis Bacon? Who's Saint Germain? Who started America? Find out tonight. Tune in. We're gonna have a lot of gravy. It's gonna be wild. Cool. And of course, we'll be going on DLive at the same time. DLive will upload the replay in case the Gravelers try and come up with some reason to take us down live. It seems to be their go-to move nowadays. So go ahead and create an account on DLive if you don't want to miss the gravy if they interrupt. Flat girthers like Trump. Yeah, dude, I swear I can't stand it. Flat earthers for Trump just everywhere. It's like, dude, you're speaking for like 3 people. Flat earthers for Trump. What is it? We're now talking about 5 total people in the world. No, it's probably more than that. But anyway, I'll catch up with y'all. Unplug from the box, unplug from the beast system, just unplug. This means like a lot of things. Not all of us are in a financial situation where we completely unplug from the beast system and we're completely self-sustainable. Some of us are, and a hat tip to you. That's awesome. We need to all work towards that. That's why I bring up stuff like XRP, just trying to help people get to where they can actually become self-sustainable, but meaning unplug from the beast system in lots of ways, spiritually, metaphysically, mentally. You can't constantly be trying to keep up with their nonsense stories that they've crafted in order to spiral your emotions and then cast a spell onto you. You can't keep up with clown world as if it's real, right? So simply, you can keep up with clown world, but you have to know that it's clown world. You have to know that you've walked into a circus and what you're watching isn't real and it's just a play, and like it's literally really powerful people drinking cognac behind the scenes laughing when they wrote the script. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be like, overtly obvious, and it is. And so you have to unplug to see that. Whoa, dude, we're literally watching a play. And if you don't, then you're going to think the play's real, bro. And you're going to look like an idiot. And you're going to go around spamming my YouTube chat with flat earthers for Trump. So you need to unplug from the system, unplug from the beast system mentally, right? You need to stop. That's the biggest part, mentally. And then you also need to, stop being dependent for your water and your food and everything else that helps, ensure your sustainability or survivability. That's ultimately what it is. But the main part here is unplug from the system in general. You don't need the system to tell you what to think, how to feel, what to feel about certain things. You don't need them to tell you what to do, how to justify your actions. You don't need their permission to do things, right? You need the permission of God, to be honest. Either way, unplug from the beast system. I think y'all get it. If you don't, then I don't know how much longer you're going to be able to put it off. Where's the punchline? That there isn't one. Anyway, thanks for kicking it, DLive. Lemons have been distributed. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for all the super chats. Y'all are awesome. If you want to support the channel, links in the description. We got Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, etc. Yeah, that's cool. I will catch up with y'all tonight around 9 o'clock Central. So 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And we got some serious gravy about Saint Germain. So I'll catch up with y'all on the flip side like a coin. I'm going to make like a baby and head out if I can find the outro. Yeah, so anyway, seek and speak truth unequivocally. I'll catch up with y'all later.
There's a surplus, but they tell us there are shortages. Credit economy, mortgages, dollar that's supported with empty fortresses. But what's important is this: we port in ships, important gifts. Of course it is, what extortion is in accordance with an assortment list of foreign tricks we ignoring, which informing this, informant this. It looked like we were snoring tricked. Pedophilia and the government endorsing it. Yeah, eugenics is exactly what abortion is. You just vilify those insubordinate. Way to matrix engineer, that's unfortunate. Geopolitically we in a field that's for Israel. Wonder is it real? Rappers acting say they high, say they sip with pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up just to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in a field that's for Israel. Wonder is it real?